Hey, what's up, good people? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Listen, all right, go ahead, hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. We're going to talk about things that were said by the former president that affects the stock market. He said two very powerful key things. We may take a little look at some crypto, and we're going to talk about some hot stock that we talked about on yesterday, right? Let's get right into it. You remember to hit that like, subscribe, and the notification bell for those of you that are first-time visitors here. Let me get this set up so I can hear it. All right, good people. So today is going to be brought to you by Mumu and Stock Up You, but we'll get into that a little later. All right, let's get right into it. It's Friday. I'm going to make this one early today. So here's what's going on. All right. Microsoft CrowdStrike outage has airports, banks, hospital, even some trading apps just all down. All right. This is all CrowdStrike. A lot of people are doing put options on CrowdStrike, which is a cyber security network. OK, if you flying or if you're traveling today, you have my sympathy because it is an absolute nightmare. So it is affecting the overall stock market also. OK, so but let's look at this. At the time of looking at this, we are down heavily on everything. We're down on the S&P, NASDAQ, and Dow. As you can see, the Dow has tanked for the last 2 days, okay? Let me just go ahead and get these two out of the way right quick, okay? You guys remember last night we were talking about ticker symbol HE. Let me blow that up. We were talking about Hawaiian Electric and why it was running up. It's up 33% today, and it's up 63% in the last week. I made over 100%, and some of you guys did between when we first got in and when it ran up last night. Why did it run up last night? Because they are part of an Hawaiian Electric $4 billion Maui deal that they're going to be paying out, okay? So they're going to be paying out a portion of this. I believe their portion is 1.4 billion. But just keep in mind, the entire company is only worth 1.5 billion. So that's what I looked at on yesterday. I sold, I posted it in the Patreon. I'm out. I actually sold it at an average price of 19. So I topped out last night. I posted it in the Patreon for everybody to see, okay? I believe it was 19. So we made good money on that play, all right? So that was ticker symbol HE. And then we had another hot stock because of the president's speech last night. Let me just put that in here and see where we're looking at that. That's DJT. All right, so DJT didn't do so well. All right. Even with the president speaking, a lot of you guys thought that he would do well. No, because it spiked up so much. And I said I didn't see on my live last night when I had Josh on. I didn't see much upside in the next 24 hours for DJT. I certainly didn't expect it to fall this much. But, you know, he came out last night. He did his thing. He was true DJT. He did his thing. He's the ultimate salesman. He did his thing. But in the last 5 days, you can see it's down 25% after the run up. Remember, bad news for the former president makes the stock go up. So the polls had him already winning in most key states. So it was a big fat nothing burger. Okay. And so unfortunately, it's selling off. And a lot of people I know got into this heavy. And I'm going to continue to tell you guys, do not let politics, don't let your emotions run your trade. I'm just telling you that this stock, this company is a meme stock, okay? It doesn't, if you don't know it about fundamentals, you're going to get wasted. And I know a lot of people are getting wasted. I've been saying it consistently, okay? So we got to separate our feelings, politics, and whatever. Though politics are running the stock market right now, right? So let's talk about the chips. Let's talk about chips, okay? Let me try to rewind this, and I want you guys to see this.
I was going to say, it must be a bizarre thing to try and figure out how to value these companies, where if everything's fine, these are the fundamentals we go on. But this other issue is more important, overriding on everything. Do you just have to ignore it to some extent?
Well, I think a lot of people are just hoping for the best. It is so unanalyzable, and it's everybody's nightmare that something were to happen. There's so many funds and clients and analysts just hoping that nothing ever happens. But I will say that, I think Donald Trump, over his record, he views the stock market and the economy in a certain way as his scorecard. And if he wants to keep his scorecard going, he's got to make sure Taiwan is stable and then systematically help move jobs to the U.S. It can't be like some kind of start-stop type of thing, and that'll be very disruptive.
Now, that's an interesting point. When you look at the chips sector overall, NVIDIA has been the one that has taken off, but you've also said what's happening with Apple is pretty important. So how would you rate these stocks? Which ones are your favorite and why?
Well, I cover 4 of the Mag 7, and I would say that typically, seasonally, NVIDIA had a great run, and there's usually some digestion. This is at the same time last year, everybody was like, oh, what about AMD? What about Broadcom? What about these guys? And similar things are echoing. While Apple, what I really love about Apple is this could be the biggest cycle, on a percent that we've ever seen. This is the most loyal install base being told you have to upgrade to get one of these zillion features. And I thought there was something for everyone. And I think that's going to resonate. It already is. We're already seeing builds go up. But Apple could systematically grow iPhone sales through this and catalyze AI for the masses. They really can, because a lot of people are like, AI, it sounds great. We don't really use it day to day, except for ChatGPT. And these guys are going to give you examples on how to use it for the masses.
So you heard the gentleman. That doesn't mean everything is. I think he's too bullish on Apple, though Apple is one of mine that I'm keeping. So we got to look at the chip manufacturers. And I do agree with him on Taiwan Semiconductor, because he can't just have a mass exit, right? Let's take a look. As you can see, the chip manufacturers are absolutely taking a bloodbath today. And not just today. Actually, if you look over the last week, it's been horrible. AMD has been tanking. Taiwan Semi has been tanking. And like I said earlier, I stick to my thesis. I started a portfolio where I'm starting to slowly buy. Okay? Why? Because remember when I brought up the chart, I'm not going to bring it up right now. I brought up the chart since I keep saying 49, but correct me for those of you that remember that chart. It was either 1939 or 49. Let's just say 49. It was a long time ago. They did a study of a presidential cycle when there is a Democratic president, right? And what normally happens, not every single time, is from June to October, there is a sell-off, and then back up in November after the election during a Democratic president, all right? You guys remember when I brought that chart up, right? And so what's happening is it's happening because this is big tech, good people, and this all has to do with AI. And AI can't be powered unless you have the chips. So the chips are taking it on the chin right now. So all of this is to be expected. We ain't scared. We prepared. So what I'm going to do is slowly start buying into the chips. And then if they tank really, really hard in the next couple of months, that's when I'm going to buy more and just hold, right? I chased the red. One of the things he said last night is he said he was going to ease the EV restrictions. Remember, I said this. If it's in the EV sector, it's going to be red today, based on what the president said, because he has the lead. Yes, politics are intertwined with our money, and so that's why I'm talking about it. But he said also towards the end, he says, I'm not against it, but for those that want oil vehicles, the gas vehicles, let them have that right too. That's what he said, and that's what's moving this market, okay? So listen to the speech. So he talked about the cutting taxes, and he talked about the imports, which are going to affect the chips. And so that's why the chips are farther going down, right? So just all of this go together. Big tech is getting hit and will continue to get hit. Are getting hit, will continue to get hit, okay? Semiconductors are getting hit and will continue to get hit. And let me add this to it. If Biden does drop out of the race and he does not announce a successor immediately, the stock market will get hit even more. It's not going to be something green for the market, that's red for the market, because the stock market does not like indecision. The stock market does not like not knowing. The stock market needs to know what's going on. All right, good people. Let me tell you guys about this before I go into crypto really briefly. Listen, Stock Up You is, let me just go to Stock Up You, right? Stock Up You is for those of you that want to learn and earn, okay? Now's the time to learn because we have still time, a lot of time to make money this year. So I need you guys to study. And for those of you that have the class, I want you to go to the rotations section, okay? I want you to study rotation and I want you to study the crypto chapters. We want to get ready to make this life-changing money. That's going to be the second link below, Stock Up You. And then we have Mumu. Now, let me show you guys something with Mumu, okay? So for those of you that have Mumu, I want you to look at this, right? You see here, you see at the bottom where it's selected, orange, go there. And then I want you to see that it is giving you where people are doing the options, where the options action is. You see that? Look real close. Now I'm going to go in a little deeper. For those of you that have Mumu, this is Mumu, okay? This is the top ODTE options by volume. Look at that. The SPY and Tesla. And they have puts on both of them. You see that? And it has the expiration date. And so use the tools that you have. If you have Mumu, understand that this options, the highly traded options is here, right? The ODTE options by volume. Look at that. So you could tell if it's a call or if it's a put. And not only that, it gives you the expiration date. Okay. So go ahead, download it and get up to 15 fractional shares. Okay. And 8.1% on your uninvested money. Right. But use the tools, use the free stuff, use the level 2 data. Okay. I do, and I make money off of it. Right. So let's look at crypto really quick. We got a mixed day today in the hour, okay? But mostly green for the day. And that's what we like, okay? So I'm going to leave by talking about crypto and saying this, like I've been saying. This whole thing, and remember, there's still a major catalyst, a positive catalyst for crypto, because the former president will be speaking at the Bitcoin conference here in about a week. I will be there. I will be talking to a major Bitcoin CEO, Mara, Clean Spark. Remember the guys I had on this show? Well, I'm going to be talking to one of two of them at the Bitcoin conference, okay? Bitcoin miners is what I was trying to think of. Good people having brain freeze on Friday. But as you could see, all crypto in the last hour is green. But for the month, remember, good people, we're getting back to where we were. Look at that. The green is coming in. So, and look at the week. See, this is a game of patience, right? This is a game of buying the red. I don't expect a bull run now. I expect, even if we go up, it won't be the really big leg up. That, I believe, will be September, October. I believe that will be the fourth quarter, in the end of the fourth quarter. That's when I believe, okay? A lot of people believe it's next year. Leave me a comment when you believe it's going to happen, all right? So we have all of that. We're not scared of this. Remember, you do your own research. You make moves according to what you see. I just bring all of this information and I try to do the homework for you so you can make a clear and conscious, educated decision, right? If you haven't, go ahead and hit like, subscribe, and notification bell. Make sure that bell is selected to all. We will see you guys later. Live, love, laugh, and learn.